welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday to everyone out there in the world. Today is, I think, like the third day of spring, and I could not be more excited for that. So I thought that I would give you guys a get ready with me spring edition / everyday makeup tutorial. It's been a while since I've done this, so I thought I would just go ahead and give you guys that. If you want to see how I accomplish this look, just keep on watching. To start off, I moisturize my face with my First Aid Beauty Moisturizer. I always squirt way too much. Don't even ask me how this happens, but it does. Next, I'm just taking the towel off of my head and begin brushing my hair out with my wet brush. I like to do my hair after I do my makeup, but I wanted to brush it out just so it could start air drying. Next, I'm just correcting my part because it is crazy. I usually just rock the middle part, so here I am just fixing that really quick. Using my Shea Moisture Blowout Cream, I am brushing this through my hair with my fingers just so that my hair avoids frizz at all costs possible. Because it is air drying, it is way more likely to frizz out, so this is just helping with that. And to keep my hair out of my face, I am just putting on this cute army headband, which will just keep my hair away from my face while I begin my makeup. To prime my face, I am using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I am applying this everywhere to my face besides my nose. The reason for this is because my makeup tends to smudge on my nose. So to avoid this, I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and just patting that onto my nose. I know this seems super duper strange, but if you have a problem with the makeup on your nose sliding or smudging, I really suggest this for you. So just take about a pea-sized amount of this primer and pat it onto your nose, really just getting it deep into the pores. Next, I'm using the Professional Primer and just putting this into my T-zone. And yes, I do actually apply this on my nose as well, just over the eyeshadow primer, just to give it that extra little oomph of protection and coverage. Next, going in with my Stila Color Correcting Cream Palette, I am using the green and just covering up any past acne scars that I have. I really love this stuff. The green does a great job of canceling out any redness that I may have, so I really like to do this before I apply any of my foundation or concealer. And after that, I am just misting my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water. For foundation, I am in love with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I am using just the basic beauty blender and bouncing that into my skin. Guys, I cannot tell you how in love I am with this foundation. I have gone through so many brands, so many different kinds of foundations, sticks, cream, dry foundations, and for some reason, I am just in love with this stuff. When I apply this foundation, I apply pretty heavily onto my cheeks just because I usually need more coverage in those areas. And then I use the leftover foundations from that to put onto my nose. I never want to directly apply like a bunch of foundation onto this just because I usually have that smudging problem. And then I take my beauty blender and I tend to roll it on because I find that this just gets it into my pores even more and avoids it from smudging. Then, of course, I go in with any leftover product and put these on my eyelids to cancel out those veiny guys. To hide any imperfections, I am just going in with my Too Faced concealer and using a damp beauty blender, again, just to rub that all in. And before I conceal my eyes, I get my Laura Mercier powder out, and I just get that ready so I can set right away. To conceal, I'm using a mixture of my Shape Tape and my Too Faced concealers, and then using my wet beauty blender again to blend that in. Again, just like what I did with the foundation, I'm going in and putting any extra product onto my eyelid. And then using a different damp beauty blender, I am applying Laura Mercier Setting Translucent Powder under my eyes. This stuff is a miracle worker and I absolutely love it. And I'm also going to be putting the translucent powder onto my nose, and honestly, I packed this stuff on because I do not want the coverage on my nose going anywhere. Now while this bakes, I just started off by brushing out my eyebrows and then going in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Taupe. I first begin by outlining the bottom half of my eyebrows. This is just to get the shape really under control. And then once I do that, I tend to brush that upwards to make the line not so sharp. And honestly, just really to fill in my brow without packing on the product and making it look too cakey or too heavy. After that is done, I go in with a little bit more product and I start to shape the upper half of my eyebrow all the way through the tail. And that is pretty much how I do my brows. I've done them the same for a while now. And to finish them up, I'm going in with my Anastasia Brow Gel to keep these babies in place. Now to wipe off my bake, I am using the same product that I applied beforehand, and I do this just so that the powder doesn't wipe off any foundation. I'm just taking that and brushing off any of the powder underneath my eyes and on top of my nose. Now I'm going in with a cream contour stick by Sonia Kashuk and applying this onto my cheekbones and above my temples. And I like to blend this in with a damp beauty blender, which I mixed with my rose water. And then I just blend this in really, really well. And to set this, I'm going in with my chocolate Too Faced Soleil. I totally said that backwards, but you get what I mean. And applying those in the same spots. And then, because this was extremely harsh, I just went in with my translucent powder and blended it all out so it was even onto my face. For blush, I am going in with my Smashbox blush palette and combining two colors to give me just a very natural rosy look, and then blending that out as well. And starting with my eyes, I'm using the same Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and going in with my Tartelette in Bloom palette. For my first transition color, I'm using the color Flower Child and applying that all over my lid just to set the primer and give me a staple to begin. For my crease, I'm using a blend of Jet Setter and Rebel and applying that with a fluffy brush. These two colors together are very, very strong, so I wanted to make sure to use a brush that was appropriate to blend it out and make sure that nothing was too harsh in my crease. To add just a little bit of shimmer, I'm going in with the color Rocker and placing this right under both of my crease colors. Now, I wanted to blend this out really well with both of those colors, making sure that nothing was too harsh or brighter than the other. So I just took my time with this. Then to lighten my lid, I'm going in with the white color Charmer in this palette, placing these on the very, very center of my lid. And then giving myself a matte highlight above my brow bone with the same color as well. For my lid color, I'm going in with my highlight palette by Josie Passantino and applying the silvery color onto my lid. Now starting eyeliner. I am not going to lie to you guys, eyeliner is not my strength, but I started off with my Stila wet liner, or liquid liner, excuse me, and just started off with a really, really thin line and then drew a really rough line to begin my wing. Yeah, this was a process. Then I just connected the wing to my line that I drew on before and filled it in. Because I am not perfect at this, even though I wish I could be, after I filled it in, I actually went in with a small brush and a little bit of concealer, and I just fixed that up. There's nothing wrong with that, and made it really sharp. And then to add some color to the bottom lash line, I went in with the same colors, Rebel and Jet Setter, and added those to my bottom lash line. After I curled my lashes, I went in with the They're Real mascara and applied a thin coat and then just added that up until I got my desired length and color and thickness, and then went in with the ColourPop Travel Size mascara, which is my absolute favorite, for my bottom lashes. Now for my favorite part of makeup highlight, I misted my brush with my rose water and then went in with the new Too Faced highlight, which is beautiful. And I highlighted both my cheekbones, gave myself a little glow ball on my nose, and highlighted my cupid bow. Now taking a MAC lip liner, I just lined my lips. I really don't like to overline my lips because I cannot pull off that look at all. So I just made it really, really natural and then went in with this shade of MAC and just filled that in. I wanted to go with kind of an ombre look, so I added a little bit of the Kylie Jenner Cocoa liquid lip and just patted that in to make the center of my lips just a tad bit lighter. I finished it up with an Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray to make sure that this face ain't going nowhere. After drying that, this is the final look for makeup. Now onto hair. I'm taking my cute little headband out and begin blow drying. Now I'm not gonna lie, I am not a huge fan of blow drying, but for the sake of time, I just went in and did that real quick. And then when that was all said and done, brushed through my hair to get all the knots or tangles out, and then just quickly straighten my hair to give myself a sleek little look. And this usually takes a while, so ta-da, this is the final look for both hair and makeup. This is my usual everyday makeup look, and I think it is perfect for spring. Okay guys, that is it for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. That would mean so much. Make sure you guys are commenting down below what videos you guys want to see on Mondays next. I'm running out of beauty ideas and I'm dying to give you guys what you want, so make sure you comment down below. If you are not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. We just hit 19,000 subscribers, which is huge, but I would love to hit 20. I don't know, 20 just seems better. So share this video with your friends and your mom and your hamsters and whoever else, and let's grow this family even bigger. Love you guys.